Have you ever entered a room, met someone's gaze, and wondered what initially caught their attention about you? Maybe you thought it was your clothes, your hair, or even the way you walked. Let's be honest. Perhaps you've convinced yourself that women primarily notice obvious aspects of you, such as your height, your bank account, or your conventional attractiveness. But what if I told you that you're completely wrong? The first things women notice about men are often so subtle that the guys are unaware they're under scrutiny. Yes, these details are crucial, and they have the power to shape a first impression before you've even had a chance to speak. So, do you think you know what those things are? If not, today we're going to break it all down for you. The first 15 things women notice about men and find attractive. Some of these might surprise you, while others might make you rethink how you show yourself. Welcome to Emma, your go-to channel for real, relatable advice on how to deal with the complicated world of love and relationships. I'll tell you a story. I discovered this story in a well-known Reddit relationship group. It's about a man named Chris and a woman named Sarah. Chris appears to possess all the necessary qualities: a stable job, a sense of humor, and a strong sense of attraction. He's the type of guy who thinks that once he starts talking, his personality will do all the work. But there's a twist. Sarah doesn't like Chris. Sarah didn't seem to notice him that way at all. That's why Chris and Sarah ended up in the same social group at a gathering of shared friends. You know how that goes. There was a lot of small talk, laughter, and the occasional opportunity to truly connect with someone. Chris saw this as an opportunity to truly impress Sarah, so he leveraged his greatest asset, his humor, to capture her interest. He cracked jokes, told amusing work stories, and even teased some of their mutual friends. But here's where things get interesting. Sarah's response was only mild laughter. She smiled politely and quickly left to join another group before he could even try to change the subject to something more personal. Chris was obviously confused. He believed that he had successfully executed all of the necessary steps. He was amusing, amiable, and captivating. So why was it not working? A mutual friend told Chris the truth a few days later. Sarah couldn't even remember him from that night. She couldn't remember the jokes he told or how hard he was trying to connect with her. All she remembered was that he had dirty fingernails. Can you imagine this guy trying so hard to be the funniest and most charming person in the room, and all she remembered was that he hadn't even thought about his hands? Now think about that for a second. How often have you ignored the little things about yourself that you think don't matter, only to find out later that they might have been the ones that made the difference? Chris's story may sound too familiar. Perhaps you've experienced a similar situation where you expected your hard work to shine, but the initial impression didn't align with your expectations. Or maybe you're starting to realize that there are things about yourself that you haven't even thought about before that someone might be noticing right now. The truth is that it's not always the big things that make the biggest difference. Sometimes it's the smallest, most overlooked details that leave the strongest impression. What do you think Chris could have done differently? Was it just his nails, or was there more to it? Leave your ideas below. Maybe it was about something deeper, like how he carried himself, or how he approached the conversation, or maybe you think he missed something else completely. It's possible that someone else watching this video needs to hear your advice right now. The main idea is easy to understand. It's not about being perfect, it's about showing that you care. Pay attention to the things you think don't matter. They often do. Women pay attention to the little things that say a lot more than words ever could. What about you? Are there any little things that you think might send the wrong message? If this story resonates with you, it's time to expand your knowledge. Here are the first 15 things women find attractive about guys. These little things about you often paint a picture of who you are before you speak. Pay attention, because as we've seen, the smallest things often leave the biggest marks. One eye. The eyes are one of the first things that come to mind. Women pay attention. It's often said that your eyes reveal your soul, but they also reflect your focus and attention. Are you looking her in the eyes with confidence when you talk to her, or are they darting around the room as you look at your phone or try to find an escape? Making eye contact shows that you're interested, confident, and respectful. You don't have to stare her down, but you should show that you're paying attention to the talk. Secondly, chivalry. In fact, women immediately recognize chivalry as one of the most underrated traits. These small, thoughtful actions, such as holding the door open, offering to carry something, or even standing up when she enters the room, demonstrate your consideration for others. Don't mistake these gestures for ostentation. Chivalry is about respect, and when women witness your thoughtfulness towards them, it leaves a lasting impression. That's how strong smell is. It can make you remember things and feel things before you even say hello. Not everyone needs the most expensive cologne to smell clean and nice. A light scent or just good hygiene will do. Your scent shows her that you take care of yourself, and remember that it's not just about how you smell at the time. It's about making a positive impact that lasts long after you've left. Style counts. Some women care more about your behavior than your clothes, and it's not about fashion. It's about dressing in clothes that fit well, are clean, and are right for the event. A clean shirt that fits well and appropriate shoes can make you look great. Think about it. If you don't dress well for an event, it looks like you don't care. On the other hand, if you do your style even a little, it shows that you do. 5. Your hair is another detail that women notice right away. Does it appear tidy and organized, or does it appear as though you have just emerged from your bed? Whether you like a buzz cut, fade, or longer hair, the key is maintenance. Keeping your hair trimmed and tidy shows effort, and effort is always attractive. Even if you're balding or prefer a shaved head, women notice how confident you are in how you carry yourself. 62. Women notice a man's hands more than any other part of his body. Are your hands clean and well-groomed? Are your nails trimmed? Your hands can say a lot about you. If you don't take care of them, it might look like you don't care about the little things. On the other hand, if you do it, it shows that you do. Show that you're paying attention, and don't forget that your hands are often visible when you're talking, holding a drink, or shaking hands. Please take a moment to like this movie and subscribe to our channel if you find it useful. Thank you so much for your support. It helps us grow and makes you an important part of our journey. Let's get back to our conversation. 7. Health and fitness. Let's get this straight. Fitness isn't about having a six-pack or looking like a bodybuilder. It's about taking care of your body and showing that you're busy and healthy. Women will notice if you work hard to stay in shape because it shows that you're disciplined. You can demonstrate your pride and energy through regular exercise, staying busy, or even just maintaining good posture. Being physically fit shows that you care about your health as a whole. 8. Shoes. Yes, shoes. Besides style, women judge your shoes by cleanliness and appropriateness. Are your shoes dirty and worn out, or are they shiny and well taken care of? Your shoes show a lot about your style and attention to detail. The positive news is that you don't need a huge collection. You only need a few clean pairs that can be worn for different events. Number 9. The smile lines and emotions on your face convey a story before you speak. Before you even speak, your face tells a story. Women notice when you smile. Your facial expressions and even your general attitude can send the wrong message. A real smile makes you more approachable and likable right away. Conversely, a face that conveys boredom, stress, or disinterest can convey the wrong message. You should pay attention to the energy you give off with your facial movements, because women can feel it. 10. Trust. Being sure of yourself is one of the most beautiful traits, and women notice it right away. Being confident doesn't mean being loud or cocky, it means being happy with who you are. Your posture, tone of voice, and the way you carry yourself show whether you feel like you belong in a room or like you're hiding. Confidence says, "I know who I am and I'm okay with it," and that kind of self-assurance is magnetic. 11. Clip fingers. This is related to hands, but needs its own space. Women will definitely notice if your fingernails are neatly trimmed. It's a small thing, but it says a lot about your health and how much you care about yourself. Ignoring this sends the message that you don't pay attention to the little things, which can be off-putting. 12 toes that are clean. Yes, your toenails do matter, especially in certain places. For example, if you wear open-toed shoes to the beach or pool, women will notice if you've taken the time to keep them clean. It's a small thing that shows you care about yourself and are careful. 13. Having bad breath can ruin even the most interesting talk. While women notice this right away, you have full control over it, whether you keep mints on hand. Brush our teeth and clean. You must have fresh breath. It shows that you're ready to care about other people. 14 has a funny side. It's true that humor can enhance your beauty, but women can distinguish between humor that feels natural and unforced and humor that feels forced or overdone, like Chris in the first story. If you try too hard to be funny, you might come off as insecure. The key is to read the room and use humor easily. A light, playful sense of humor that doesn't try too hard is much more appealing than constant seriousness. 15 jokes about energy and vibe. Finally, women, pay attention to your inner energy and the vibe you bring into a room. Are you friendly, open and honest, or do you give off stress, arrogance or negativity? Women can feel your energy, even if you're not aware of it. A calm, confident and positive vibe will always stand out. These are the first 15 things women notice about men. Individually, they may not seem important, but when put together, they reveal a lot about who you are. It's not about being perfect. It's about showing effort, self-respect, and confidence. What about you? Have you missed any of these areas? Drop your ideas in the comments below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. As a thank you for watching this whole video, here's an extra point that can stick with you. Being thoughtful is one of the most underrated but strongest traits you can have. Women will notice when you're thoughtful. Being careful means noticing the little things that other people might miss. Pay attention to the little things she said, like her favorite coffee order or a story about her day. It could be as simple as checking to see if she got home safely after a long night. It's important because being thoughtful shows her that you're engaged and interested in her, not just what she can offer. Trust me, she'll remember these things. Since care isn't common, you stand out in a world where most people are too busy to pay attention to the little things. Pay attention to the little things because they often have the biggest effects the next time you're in a chat. It's better to listen than to wait for your turn to talk. Thanks for staying with us, and don't forget to tell us what you think in the comments. Let's go over what we've talked about so far. Women, pay attention to the details, your appearance, your scent, and your power, your hands, and so much more. These aren't big, flashy moves or things that require you to change who you are. They're small, deliberate actions that show you care, respect, and confidence. Good news, you can change all of these things. Now, here's the important part. It's time to put what you've learned into practice. Start paying attention to the little things about yourself because they often make the biggest difference. Which of these 15 things spoke to you the most? Are there things you've been ignoring? Let us know in the comments below. If you liked the video, please like it and subscribe for more real, relatable advice on love and relationships. It's easier to improve ourselves when we do it together, so please share this video with a friend who could use these tips. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to check out the video we suggested on the screen. See you tomorrow.